Hi, this is Shantari Tran with Logical Outcomes, and welcome to your Assignment 34 walkthrough, Create a User and User Role. So here we are on the dashboard. First thing we're going to do is enter the user's app. And we're going to select user role. We're going to create the user role before creating the user. And here's a list of existing user roles. In order to create a new one, just click the Add New button at the top right. And first thing we're going to do is name our new user role. In this case, I'm going to use Data Entry Clerk as our example here. So we have Data Entry Clerk. I'm going to add my initials. There's an option to add a description here, but I think this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to leave it. First thing we need to decide is which data sets, which forms does this user role have access to? In my case, I'd like them to enter data for all of them. So I'm going to click the third button here, Move All, and it magically appears on the right side. And then I decide which programs do I want them to have access to. I can double click, I can hold control and select multiple options and send them over to the right. And then last but not least, we have authorities or permissions, as some people know them as. And as you can see, there's a huge list here, and luckily there's a way to filter through it by entering text over here. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I want my data entry clerk to be able to do is I want them to add and update data value. And there it is. And click that over. Next thing is I want them to be able to delete data value. There you are. Makes it easier when you can search. And view unapproved data. Oops, there we go. Perfect. And we click Add, and that should appear right there on our list. Great, the next thing we're going to do is create the user. So on the left side, you'll see a column here with different options, and we're going to click on User. Going to Add New. All right, so here we are on the Create a New User page. In this case, I'm going to use myself as an example. Put in a password. With the email here, this becomes really important if you are intending to collect data through SMS texts directly. So this works on light mobile phones such as flip phones and things like that. So it's a really handy function that DHIS2 offers as well. Down here, I'm going to choose an interface language. That would be English, and my database language also will be English. But as you can see, there are many options. And then we're going to choose what role this new user is able to is attached to. So in this case, I know that this user will be a data entry clerk, and then they will have all the authorities that the data entry clerk will have. And down here, we're choosing which org units this user has the ability or the permission to maintain and capture data for. So let's say all of Canada. And on the flip side, on this side here, is which org units are they able to, analyze and output data for. In this case, we'll also do Canada and all of Logical Outcomes. We'll add. And there you go. All done. There's the new user. And if you'd like to remove a user, all you have to do is left click it. You can click remove. It'll ask you, do you really want to remove this person? You're going to click yes. Otherwise, you can also go in and edit and so on. There you go. So that is how you create a new user role and a new user. Thanks for joining us. You can reach us at info@logicaloutcomes.net or click right there on the screen to access the online curriculum.